Howdy my friends, and welcome back to more Let's Play Gran Turismo 2. This is Sky Hurricane 89, and I hope you're having a super awesome blessed day. And in this part we shall do the B license test. You see, in the last part we bought a Mazda Protege, and we won our first race with it, and it almost paid for itself already. You might have noticed the total time and the best lap time there. One thing I don't like about Gran Turismo 2 is that in simulation mode it does not save the lap times and total times and stuff. I really wish it did. Also, it split the arcade mode and simulation mode on two different discs, so that's kind of a thing, I guess you could say. But pretty interesting, I guess. I mean, it's not a bad thing at all. And the intro was actually on the arcade disc, so I had to insert both discs to do that. And we will show arcade mode, you know, towards the end of the project, just like I did in GT1. But you could try high speed ring here, and odds are, unless you bought the Toyota Supra Turbo or a car that had over like 180 horsepower, you'd probably really struggle on high speed ring because they don't use the same cars they did in Tahiti. So actually, we're going to do a couple more races before we get on to our B license. So we're going to tune this. We're going to have to tune this up a little bit. But like I said, we won't necessarily be doing everything in order just yet. Not until we actually get money in order to do the upgrades I'd like to do. But I'm not going to do any, I'll do a little horsepower upgrade. There is one race that you can do, but you have a max limit of 147 horsepower. So I'm going to do weight reduction stage 1 because that's very cheap. I'm going to do a few little cheap upgrades here that I can afford. Computer chips usually very cheap. Yeah, 1,000. 3 extra horsepower. We'll take it. That might actually yeah, I don't think this would be a bad idea to do. So 125 horsepower. So there's one race we can do, so we can go straight to the race, and I thought that's pretty cool. And can't do any of these yet until we get our B license. But you can see they have these divided up into countries. And one thing that's really weird about this game is it kind of didn't do a good job at singling out like what cars should be able to get in what thing. Even though this is a Japanese car, it can get into all of these. The UK, German, Italian, yeah, we can burst them all in our Mazda Protege if we wish. And then same thing for the Euro Pacific League. And then the GT League, GT World League. You know, any car can get into that, but like I said, the cars in this game can get a lot. The fastest cars in this game are a lot faster than the fastest cars in Gran Turismo 1. Just like the slowest cars in this game are a lot slower than the slowest cars in Gran Turismo 1. But we're actually gonna go up a slot. Notice how, like on the FF challenge, which is you think this car would be good for right now, it really wouldn't be because it only has 125 horsepower. Say 295 horsepower. So in a lot of these earlier races, they've done a lot of tuning to their cars. But we can get into the lightweight K-Cup, even though this is not a lightweight K car. I mean, it's not really a heavy car, but it's not really that light either. But this will actually be pretty challenging, despite us being pretty close to the max power. But pretty much anything besides the Sunday or the Clubman Cup and the GT League, you can win a car by doing those. So this car, it hands you cars out. It gives you prize cars like candy. It really does. That's one thing I like about Gran Turismo 2. Gran Turismo 4 is the same way. I think that's why it's my favorite. 2 and 4 probably are my favorites, and 4 is my overall favorite, and 2 is probably my second favorite, and 1 is very close to time with it. Wow, I really must have shifted early there. Okay, now this car just downright accelerates that slow. But apparently we have more power than these other ones. But they'll keep up with us now that they've got rolling. We just really had faster initial acceleration. So introducing a new course to the Gran Turismo series, in addition to Tahiti Road, which we saw in the last part, we now see Rome Short Course, which is a short version of the Rome Full Course, which I actually never really was a big fan of. It's not a bad track, but I really like the Rome course in Gran Turismo 6 more. It's weird, they both have about the same name, but completely different tracks, and we're completely understeering. And those grannies are probably going to catch us because of it. Oh yeah, look at them, they want us. They want our blood. Oh no, no, you mustn't, you little granny, no. I promise I did not hit you with my shopping cart because you were walking too slowly in the mall. I promise. I don't know where that came from. Seriously though, my dad, whenever I was a kid, I was like probably 6 or 7. He was in such a hurry in the grocery store that he ended up pushing the shopping cart into a little granny. And man, she swung that purse at him so hard. Oh, y'all, man. I was really afraid that he was hurt bad, you know. That granny was not playing. I'm telling you, just like these grannies here aren't playing. They want us. They want our Mazda Protege. This is actually easier than I expected it to be, though. How long will we be able to keep our 100% win ratio? Only time will tell. I'm hoping the whole game, but I'm sure that there's bound to be a time that there's going to be some race that I forgot about and I'll end up getting my butt kicked. Because I am kind of doing this, not really blind because I played it years and years ago, but it has been years since I played this game. I remember just enough about it. Well, we actually had a nice little lead there. And I could just redo that race over and over again until I got the credits. But we're going to try to keep moving without farming too much, at least yet. We got us 5,000, which is nice. And look at that, new car acquired. We already got a new car in addition to our Mazda Protege. Our Mazda Protege is not alone. It's not alone. He needed a little company. But notice that 98 horsepower limit for those two. And I actually kind of wish I'd bought the Mazda Demio because of that. Because I'm sure it would have been a cheap one also to tune up. And I could have just gone straight into these, and they actually give you more money. But it's okay, I didn't do that. But we want a Mugen beat, which this could actually do the 98 horsepower. Dare I try that? Dare I try it? It's so underpowered. I think I'm gonna try this, y'all. This probably would be the dumbest thing that I dare do, but I'm gonna try these. This was not in my initial plans. My initial plans were to finish the Sunday Cup. Let's say I believe Honda made this. So go to Honda. Wonder if this has a... By the way, like I said in the first part, there are manufacturer events. Pretty much in nearly every manufacturer. And look at this, bait the bait. So we could put our bait into this. But they do tune the cars up pretty well in that. So even though you don't get much of a bonus and you can't win any cars from it, you know, they are tuned up quite nicely in most of them. Also, no racing modification for this. Well, that just sucks. Well, it's actually, this is more expensive than my Protege. Should I go for, I'll go for weight reduction. This is cheap. I'll go for the really cheap upgrades. Like a computer chip and stuff. Computer chip, that'll be, golly, only 3 horsepower. That's not much. Let's get a turbo kit. It does, but then it gets too much power. Well, would you look at that? That's actually pretty good for this little thing. It's actually, wow, this is double the price that it's been on the Protege. We have a 98 horsepower limit. Although that kind of sucks. Definitely go for the turbo kit. Should I do a muffler? It's probably going to be all my money. But it'd bring us closer. Oh. Don't be able to afford that. Can't afford it. What can we afford? Can we afford a clutch? Nope. Everything's like $5,000. This thing is too expensive to tune up. You know what? We're just going to go with what we got. This does have really good handling, being a mid-engine rear-wheel drive. Despite being a little bitty tiny thing like it is. Oh, we have to have a B license anyway, so that was not very smart, Sky. I just wasted my money. Darn it. Oh well, we can try that after we get the B and A license. Let's get back in our Protege. I don't know what I was thinking. And I hope I can still afford the Stage 1 turbo kit for this. Alright, let's see. Should be able to afford it. 4,000, hallelujah. Look at that, y'all, 190. 346 with Stage 3. This thing really goes crazy. So, like I said, not a bad car to start with. But let's see if I don't end up eating my words. I'm going to try to do both of these. High speed ring's probably going to be harder than Red Rock Valley. I would expect. Really nothing to do on the settings yet. Alright, let's try this. Like I said, we're going to have a lot faster cars than we saw in the last part. As you see, Toyota Celica there. Sweaty Earl. Hello there. Toyota Altezza. Yeah, first gear really is slow. When this first shifts in the gear 2, it really is slow. I think the tuning we did was quite appropriate though. What was that, a Nissan Silvia? Oh, I like the new Nissan Silvia S15 model. They definitely made some nice changes from the S14, which is also pretty cool. Okay, let's try not to hit a wall. Try. Oh yeah, they're definitely faster than me. And my cornering is definitely... They probably have better tires than just normal. And I just had normal tires on this. So what really worries me on the next race is because they will have some pretty fast cars in comparison to me. Come on, Protege. Let's do this. Yeah, I really hate that it didn't save your time up. I needed a first time getting into 5th gear, y'all. Or at least our first track getting into 5th gear. And they're killing me. Oh my goodness, they're killing me. No, they're not killing me, but... Okay. Looks like 130 is about our max speed. This is definitely not the prettiest car. Hi, Celica. Celica, you know you love me. You know you don't want to beat me. Quit acting like you want to. Okay, we need a good exiting speed. Okay. Oh man, y'all, they're eating me up. Come Come on, S15 Sylvia, who has more power than me even with the tuning I've done. I think we had just enough power to pull this off. Oh my goodness, y'all. Yeah, I'm kind of worried about the next race. I really, quite frankly, am. For some reason, the next race, oh, I love this track too. It's yet another one in addition to Daihatsu Road and Grindelwald, which we hadn't seen yet, that I really wish they'd kept through the Gran Turismo series. Really wish they'd kept. We could buy us a clutch now, racing clutch. I'm gonna save this. Although, probably just wasting time. But yeah, I could have bought a racing clutch, and that would improve acceleration, but I really would like to save up a little money. I think I'm going to go the save money route and just hope that I can out-corner these guys on the next one. Even though I didn't really out-corner them on that one. This next track is a very fast track. And as you can see, this car is not built for speed. Red Rock Valley. Oh, I love this track so much. So awesome. But wait till you see the cars we'll be versing. Despite this being the Sunday Cup, this game gets real in a hurry. It does, it does. I really wish I hadn't wasted that money on that beat. It's kind of stupid. I forgot that of course, when I get my B license, I can go ahead and try that. Oh my goodness. Well, they're not killing me too bad yet. Actually, I'm surprised. See, look, we're versing a Ford Mustang and a Alfa Romeo and a Chrysler PT Spider, what the heck am I saying? Yeah, I don't think these cars are really tuned up any. But they're still definitely faster regardless. This is going to be easier than I expected though. Watch me eat those words. Yeah, this thing, oh gosh, don't want to get into the gravel. This thing is very nimble for a front wheel drive car. Yet again, we see the S15 Sylvia. Sometime they'll even give you the Venturi Atlantic on this race. They got an Alfa Romeo. But for some reason, they really corner terribly on this track, which is a big saving grace. I need to remember to shift at 107. And say you can, if you are pretty slick, you can actually get a little bit of a lead there. Okay. It might be just enough to win the first lap. Look at them eating me up, though. They're also drafting. If I can do the same thing on the next lap, we might have a chance, y'all. My very, very slim chance, but a chance nonetheless. Thought I might be able to take that at full throttle, but nope. Nope. How dare y'all hit my beautiful car that is much cheaper than y'all's. How dare I hit your beautiful car. Oh golly, yeah. Please don't get on the sand. Okay, we lost a little speed there. Come on now, out. Come on, accelerate. Okay, this is going better. Golly, how come y'all are eating? Y'all did not pull away from me on the start. Now y'all are just going crazy. What the heck? And it's using me as a cushion. Oh man, y'all, this is not good. It used me as a freaking cushion, the cheating sucker. I don't know if I can do this now, y'all. Okay, let's get to where they can't draft me. Oh my gosh. It's so much faster than me. Oh, we still won. Oh my goodness, y'all. As you see, this game's not playing now. Mustang GT, Plymouth PT Spider. Oh, all those cars like start out with double what this has starting out. But we did do some tuning, but still. Ooh, alrighty, we won. Still doing nicely. Alrighty, so let's do some licensing now, my friends. Let's do some licensing. We did win the Sunday Cup. Unfortunately, for the Sunday and the Clubman Cup, you don't win anything. Very unfortunately. You know, our car might be powerful enough to do the first race in the Clubman Cup. You know what? I'm going to try this. Might be a very stupid idea. I wish it was like Gran Turismo 1 where you could see the entry list. But, nope, no such luck. What are we racing? Okay. Lotus Elan and a MGF. Looks like a lot of British cars. We should be able to beat these, I think. But I'm sure they're tuned up very nicely. Alright. Got a lead. Look at them suckers. Push me into the wall, man, for their own benefit. Little cheat. I'll remember that come Christmas. You ain't getting anything, Lotus Elan. Be a jerk face like that. Didn't your mama teach you better than that? It's my turn to push you into the wall now. Ha, he hit it too. It didn't hurt him like it hurt me though. Jerk. Can I out-accelerate you? If not, that might be a problem with the last lap. Barely. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that thing is tuned up quite a bit. Because it actually starts out with about the same power that this does. Don't try a cheap trick like you did on the last lap. Well, it didn't matter because I was too worried about them hitting me, so I ended up slowing down so much. Oh golly, could I have a good enough lead on them to possibly not have to worry about them messing me up? I see them in my rear view mirror. They were thinking about it. Getting way too close for comfort. Ha ha ha. Oh, y'all, how many races has this been? 5? I'm not sure. 3, 4. I think that was our 5th race. Fiat 598. Oh, little bitty car. Alrighty, licensing alas. That will actually get us enough for some racing hard tires, not racing soft. Usually, towards, you know, once I get enough money and stuff and start getting enough income, I don't ever even buy the cheaper upgrades. You know, like I wouldn't even have bought the Stage 1 turbo kit. I would have just gone straight to the Stage 3, but but since we are at the beginning here, we kind of have to improvise. I mean, it is a slight waste, but it really was only 4,000, so we can't complain too much about that. Alrighty, so 6 days have elapsed. Or we're on day 6, I should say. 5 days have elapsed. Alright, so B license. We will be getting all golds, y'all. We will be going for all golds on all of these as we go along. So, keep that in mind. Toyota Vitz F99. Start acceleration and braking 1. So, just like in the first test in Gran Turismo 1. And I think the same test is pretty much in all of Gran Turismos. I find manual to be best on most of these license tests. But that's just me. Seems to be a little bit easier to get golds. But like in the last one, I will be cutting it. You know, I'll show my first attempt, and then after that, I'll show you my successful attempt. So y'all get to see how that goes. See how our first attempt goes. I don't even know if we'll need to enter 4th gear or not. Might need to. I think I broke a little early. But did I still get a gold? On my first attempt? I really was not expecting that. I thought I broke too early. And then I didn't even stop on the beginning of the line. I stopped in the middle of the blue line. Usually to get the gold, you want to stop right on the very, very edge of the blue line to where your car is fully on it. But okay, I will definitely take it. It's really cool also is that you can watch the demonstration for the license test. And unlike in Gran Turismo 1, the demos in these, which this a lot more handy because it's right here, you don't have to go all the way to the replay theater. But the demos here actually show you exactly how to get a gold. So that's nice as well. And I'm going to use a manual for this also. Because this also is a front wheel drive. But quite a bit faster. Fiat Coupe Turbo Plus. I don't really remember when the best time to brake here will be. But we're going to try and see. Okay, I was way too late. I failed utterly. So I will be showing y'all my first successful attempt. Even if it's not a gold. You know, I'll show y'all that and then I'll show you the gold attempt. Alright, so let's see what we can do. Apparently we do not want to go... Well, I don't even know. What did I get up to? Like 120? I don't know what a good speed would be to get up to. Figure right after the 900 mark we won't slow down though. Okay. And I still fail. Wow, I really suck. Well, well, well. Do so good on the first one, but do so sucky on this one. Ain't that just a beaut? Come on, Sky, you can do this. I'm really surprised because in Gran Turismo 1, you stop right at the 900 mark with the GTO, and this is slower than the GTO. Hey, we like barely even got it. We got a silver, okay. Alright, y'all, we'll go with gold. Oh, well, I thought I was actually not on the line enough. I'm surprised they counted that. But thank you. That's actually my first attempt, y'all, after my previous fail. Or, I don't know what's wrong with me. Sometimes I say the stupidest things. That was my first attempt after my silver, after my previous fail. Well, I guess in a way it was, what I said was kind of true, because it was a fail to get a gold. But it wasn't really a fail, you know? Oh, Sky, my goodness. What are we going to do with you? It might actually be better to use automatic for this. I might try that. So we should have had to brake a little bit earlier than with the Fiat. Oh yeah, that ain't gonna do it. I don't know, we might have gone on there. Very close. Very close. Let's try that again, y'all. Alrighty, it actually counted that. I was really mad, y'all. The attempt previous to this, I stopped right on the blue line. I was slightly further up than that, but for some reason the stupid timer kept going. Oh, I was so livid, and that took like five attempts, and you can say every time I got. No, that was every try I did. Yeah, it took exactly 5 attempts. You could say 3 of the attempts were very close, and then that one, the last one prior to the gold one, the timer kept going, which was really stupid. But yeah, one thing about Gran Turismo, and I did use automatic for that. I noticed the best way to get gold is to as soon as it switches from 4th into 5th gear. You want to slam on the brake. I mean, right as it's doing it. You don't want it to fully switch into 5th gear. But we're going to try this one here with the Nissan March. Really, a manual shift probably won't be very exceptional. You know, very necessary on this particular test. But on this test, which is, I don't know how well I'm going to do with that view. I'm just going to use this. You want to stay right on the apex. Is what you want to do. Okay, and I didn't get a gold. That sucked. But Gran Turismo 2 really overdoes the amount of license you have to get, because you have B license, A license, and then you have an IC and an IB and an international A, and then you have the super license. So yeah, you have quite a few. But let's see if we can't do better than that. I'm just going to use automatic, because we really don't even have to really shift much on this. Alrighty, so the best thing to do is just stay near the apex all the way up to the end to get a gold on that one. Because I noticed I would try to go to, you know, at the end I'd try to go towards the center of the finish line and try to get a little more speed. It's actually faster to stay in the end though of that. So let's try B5 now. Acceleration basics. So this is an 80-meter circuit instead of the 30-meter radius circuit. So it's going to be a little wider, so we'll be able to go a little faster. But we'll also have a much faster car. And I'm going to try to use an automatic on this one as well, because we're probably going to end up keeping a steady speed once we figure out which speed that will be. We'll be keeping a steady speed. Oh golly, the acceleration of this Impreza. Looks like we can do... Ooh, I was going to say, looks like we can do 70, but no. Looks like about 69, 70, 69. Seems to be the ideal speed for this. Yes, I got it. First attempt. Thank you. Those are actually very easy to get a gold on. Those two are. I was surprised that previous one gave me as much trouble as it did. But B6 Mazda Demio. So now is when we're actually getting into the cornering. Finally, the left corner comes after straightaway. Approach the corner on the outside and steer towards the apex on the inside. Then leave the corner fully on the outside. This is called out and out cornering. Try to smooth the fall of the yellow line. So this is the first Gran Turismo. This is when they started implementing the yellow line. Well, they changed it to red and blue in the later ones, and this one is yellow. Of course, in the later ones, you know, red indicates where you should brake, and white indicates where you should let off gas, and blue indicates where you should accelerate. They don't really do that for you here. Yeah, I didn't even really need to slow down there, and I didn't hit the brakes, but I still sucked. But yeah, I know I'm not getting a gold here, but whew, that really did suck. I think I might try. No, I'm gonna try my manual. The only thing I hate about manual here, I don't know, is that first gear shifts really early. Alright, we did it finally, y'all. Oh yeah, my previous attempt, I got that 651. That was so ridiculous. And I think the only reason I got that is that I didn't shift from second to third early enough. Alright, B7. Start at 31 miles an hour. So now we're not starting at a stop speed. We're starting at an actual... We're starting at movement. You must brake slightly to slow a bit for this corner. Approach the corner on the outside and steer toward the apex on this side. Then leave the corner fully on that side. Alrighty. Yeah, we have an Integra, so we're going to use manual shift here. The bad thing about... Yeah, see, it automatically starts it at a speed where you're going to need to shift into second right as soon as you start it. So yeah, this one probably will take a few attempts. I know that could have definitely gone a lot better. But actually, wasn't too far from it. Surprisingly. Definitely recommend manual though. So I have to shift immediately. Oh wow, that was only my second attempt, y'all. Very proud. Manual shift does wonders on some of these license tests. B license so far doesn't seem too hard, but I can't remember. I honestly don't remember the license tests very much. So A might be a lot harder, and I'm particularly worried because one of the last license tests is a full course of Rome Night, and I really do not know that track, so that one's gonna be a doozy. So this one's similar, but I think it's just coming from a different direction. It's opposite. Yep. Instead of a left corner, this one is a right corner. Okay, I slowed down too much on that. But maybe we still got it. Wow, the first attempt. And I really did slow down a little too much, but I could have done even better. Gran Turismo 2 is a lot easier to get gold on than some of the other ones are. Than Gran Turismo 1 is, at least. Alright, Ford Cougar. So let's do it. Now this is going to be an S-turn test, so even if you get the first corner right, you could screw the second one up. But a lot of times the first corner will determine how well you do on the second corner. And I think this one also, no, you're starting at a stop speed. Okay. Yeah, I know that definitely could have been a lot better. Real weird. Gran Turismo 2, I think, is the only Gran Turismo to use completely made up tracks. That sucked. For their license test. Like this particular course we're doing right now, it's not even an actual track. All the other Gran Turismos, they use actual tracks for the test themselves. So it's pretty cool. Oh wow, I got it, y'all. Second attempt. I'm really surprised. Ford Cougar, really a Mercury Cougar. I remember I used to really like that car. They're all kind of old now. They don't even make Cougars anymore. It's a shame. Mercury really just sticks with their mid-size sedans and their SUVs and stuff. I don't think they really make a sports car, actually. Alrighty, last one. This one, you're actually starting at 62 miles per hour, which I think is between second and third gear, so. Same S-turn, though. So we should be able to do this. This is just like that one test. I have to shift immediately, I think. Yep, sure enough. One thing about the manual shift is when you shift down like that, you actually can help. It kind of enables the car to turn in a little bit. And I didn't get a gold on the first attempt, but it's not bad. Not bad for first attempt. We got our B license. Yay, yay. All right. Oh wow, I actually got it that time. Oh y'all, that took so many attempts. Probably about 15. I mean 10 to 15. Ugh, ridiculous, but we did it. And I found the key was using manual shift and taking the whole S curve in second gear and trying to stay as much on the inside as you can. And I'll save it after this. But yeah, we finally did it. And I don't know how I'll split that up. I don't know if this will be the end of the second part or if I'll end up splitting it somehow. Just kind of depends on how long it ends up being. But, because I don't want it to be like 50 minutes or anything like that. Look at that, all golds. Beautiful. What's our game status? 2.28%. Look at that. 5 races. So far, we're doing quite nicely. Value of cars, $73,000 though. Well, that Butte bait wasn't worth much, but oh, look at this baby. Spoon S2000. Oh, they gave me a nice, pretty white color, too. Nice. Oh, yeah. Maybe we'll try that baby out in the next part, y'all. I do want to thank all of y'all very much for watching. Hope you have a super awesome, blessed day. This is Sky Hurricane 89 signing out. Goodbye, y'all. And as always, stay awesome.